A lot of things transpire behind the scenes of the series, which is expected. Today, we will be talking about a series that has lasted for a whopping 20 seasons and is still probably going to continue, NCIS. What are some bizarre things that have happened behind the scenes of NCIS, including facts about the show, the actors and actresses, and so on? Watch this video to the end to find out. Some wild things happened on the set of NCIS. Firstly, the show featured a cameo by Zac Efron. Before he was well known, Zac Efron had a part in NCIS.
You know, I guess on swimming with sharks. I did swim with tiger sharks out in Hawaii, and
Prior to making his appearance in Disney's High School Musical, Zac Efron was hardly recognized. He appeared as a cameo in the third season of NCIS. He portrayed Danny, a young adolescent who had Lieutenant Commander Amanda Wilkerson's lost phone in his possession. Nobody could have possibly realized at the time that Zac Efron would grow to be such a big star. Otherwise, they could have given him a bigger part. Efron went on to star in 3 High School Musical films, in addition to major motion pictures like 17 Again and The Greatest Showman. Additionally, he has a web documentary series on Netflix called Down to Earth with Zac Efron. Secondly, Michael Weatherly and Jessica Alba's engagement was the subject of a joke. At one point in the program, a joke was made about Weatherly with a remark that said, while a certain woman was attractive, she was no Jessica Alba. Though not that humorous, unless you are familiar with Michael Weatherly's past.
And I was just visiting, seeing the Police in concert 7 years ago.
Nice,
and
good time.
Since he was once engaged to Jessica Alba, they met when Weatherly co-starred with her on the television show Dark Angel. James Cameron was the creator of the 2-season television series. Next, family members portray the actors' younger selves. Young actors who are cast to portray characters who are younger in a series or film frequently wind up looking nothing like the characters they are playing. However, the producers of NCIS have a fantastic preventative method for that. They cast the actors' relatives as their youthful selves. The child of the corresponding actor frequently plays the younger versions of those characters on the show. For instance, Mark Harmon's son Sean portrays young Gibbs. There are also ties to other family members. The sitcom's creator Belsario's daughter played McGee's stepsister, who is also his real-life stepsister, and his son played Chip Sterling on the show. And indeed, Belsario's stepson is Sean Murray, who portrays McGee. Also, Abby's Calf Pow energy drink is not real. Abby's Calf Pow energy drinks are another prominent Abby-related matter that was covered on the program. She routinely consumes these beverages, and she hardly ever appears in a scene without them. She even has a cap on her avatar that can hold 2 of the energy drinks she can drink on the fly. However, we have some fairly depressing news for you. If you've been hoping to get your hands on this energy drink, it's not a genuine thing. Although it appears that there is no such thing as a Calf Pow energy drink, CBS's website does sell goods, probably because they were unable to sponsor Monster energy drinks. Next, the series is not shot in Washington, D.C. The real-life NCIS headquarters are in Washington, D.C., where the show is set, but it doesn't mean that's where the show is actually filmed. Despite numerous references to Washington, D.C. and the surrounding area, the show isn't truly filmed there. So, where was it shot? It is actually filmed in Santa Clarita, California, a city that is frequently used to capture various television programs. Even though this is geographically extremely different from Washington, D.C. and is on the opposite side of the country, anything is possible in TV magic, and most people won't notice anyhow. It should be mentioned that they occasionally shoot exterior scenes in Washington, D.C. Sixth on this list, being called Elia bothered David McCallum. Before he ever appeared on NCIS, David McCallum was highly known for playing the lead role of Elia Kuryakin in the spy television series The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Mark Harmon would refer to McCallum as Elia on the NCIS set because of his significant role in the program, which McCallum did not enjoy one bit. He is an actor, not just one particular character after all. Although Harmon merely meant it as a joke, McCallum apparently responded, "Good God, that was 40 years ago," to Harmon because he didn't want to be remembered for a single part from a long time ago. We are now basically halfway through the list we have for you today. Next, in order to use it as his trailer, Harmon repaired an ancient Airstream. On the NCIS set, Harmon had a custom trailer built out of the body of a 1972 Airstream since he couldn't just have any old trailer. One of the most distinctive trailers in Hollywood is the rebuilt Airstream, which was renovated on the interior in the manner of the time. What better a way than with a souped-up trailer to change into your costume? According to Harmon, crew workers assisted in the renovation and made it appear brand new. They clearly did a fantastic job because Harmon looks to be quite the diva, but we doubt anyone else received the same attention for their trailer. Next up, on the show, there are actual NCIS agents. Although the majority of the characters on NCIS are actors, the show has occasionally featured actual agents. For instance, in Season 3 of the program, Special Agent David Brandt from real life can be seen conversing with Mark Harmon's persona. Thomas Betro, a previous director, would also show up in 2 episodes. All of this contributes to the showrunner's goal of realism. In order to make the events on television feel as authentic as possible, real-life criminals are highlighted on the Most Wanted wall, and the program also employs real old news videos. Of course, it isn't flawless. After all, it is just a show. Next, the first black director on the program was Rocky Carroll. For several reasons, Rocky Carroll was a groundbreaking character on the show. The actor's performance as Leon Vance, the show's first black director, is the first noteworthy accomplishment. Additionally, he has been the team's longest-serving director on the show. Carroll spent a total of 6 years in the post. In NCIS, as well as the spin-off programs NCIS Los Angeles and NCIS New Orleans, he performed the character. He most recently appeared in the direct-to-video animated feature Reign of the Supermen and the television movie The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Crimson Tide and the NBC medical drama Chicago Hope were 2 additional parts. 10th on the list, Gibbs has a comet named after him. Over the years, NCIS has grown to be such a beloved program that even NASA astronomers are interested in it. NASA apparently enjoys the show and its main character so much that they gave the comet Gibbs his own name. P/2007 T4 is the name given formally, Gibbs. With an orbital period of 12 years, P/2007 T4 Gibbs resembles Mark Harmon exactly. Okay, it doesn't, and you probably won't ever get close enough to it to even see it, but it's still pretty great to know that NASA scientists are actual people just like us who enjoy the same television shows. We have 3 more facts to tell you today.
It's only a 2-hour drive. Quinn and Bishop might need our help.
Actually, it's a 2.5-hour drive in traffic.
Next on the list is the fact that Gibbs was almost not played by Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon wasn't always the frontrunner to play Jethro Gibbs, despite the fact that it's difficult to envision anyone else playing him now. Donald Belisario, the show's director, wasn't certain he would be a good fit for the part. Belisario eventually changed his mind after what he witnessed on another broadcast. Check out Harmon's performance as Agent Simon Donovan on The West Wing Belisario. Belisario observed Harmon in that performance and concluded that he was certainly ideal for the part. It's difficult even to determine whether the program would have been just as popular without him. There is no way of knowing how long the show will continue to run now that he has left. Next up, Dell Computers in the program have an agreement. You might have noticed that everything on the show is created by Dell if you paid very close attention to the props, especially the computers and other electronics. And it's not because the Navy only utilizes Dell products because the government adores them. No, it's merely the standard method of product replacement. It appears that the show has had a partnership with Dell PCs since the beginning. No other brand of computer can be displayed on NCIS or utilized by any character, since CBS has a deal with Dell PCs for product placement. Since that is one aspect that is not very realistic, it would probably be best to simply ignore it. The last on the list for today, the reality of each act's bookending sound. You will understand exactly what we mean if you have seen the show. Each act ends with a strong bookending sound, and the show then abruptly stops and changes to black and white. You should be familiar with the foof sound because it appears in each episode. But what is that noise, and where does it originate? It turns out that noise is merely Donald P. Belisario making a noise into the microphone. He was looking for a distinctive sound to bookend each act, and that is what he came up with. It has echoes of the Law & Order theme song and has taken on a life of its own. There are other facts that should appear on the list, but that is all the time we have for today. Which of the ones stated were you aware of before? Let us know in the comment section. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.